Hey guys, Casual Chrono here. A couple weeks ago, I leveled Gariyu up, and I am now going to start some of his quests to get his another style. So, according to the wiki, I have to fight, I think 5 different monsters and do some other things, and I eventually can get his another style and his sidekick Minimander. So, that said, the wiki doesn't go into that much detail about the bosses. I don't know how much health they have or anything. So anyway, we're going to quickly see how hard or easy these are. And the team I've assembled, I'm going to try and do it all with the same team. It's basically a fire magic team. I have Gariyu, of course, which I think I might be better served swapping in the back row, since he's only level 61. I have Aisha, free character that can set fire zone. I have Shion and Iphi, and AS Radias. And I know AS Radias is hard to get character, so is Shion, so is Iphi. So I realize this is a bit of a stacked team, but we're going to try it out and see how it goes. Like usual, I'll skip all the chatter and just cut straight to the fights themselves. Enough with the chit-chat, I agree. Alright, so with this team, basic strategy, I'm going to deploy Magic Fate Stance. I actually have choices. I could do Fire Stance or Magic Fate Stance. Okay, let's do Fire Stance instead. And we're going to cast Illusion Black Dragon to improve everyone's magic damage. She's going to do Pain and Poison, not mainly for the power reduction, and she will overwhelm. Alright, one single blast dropped his health down pretty far, so I don't think this is going to be much of a challenge. I think I saw about 400,000, so if that's the case, we're probably looking at around 1.5 million health maybe for this guy. So let's just burn him up and see what happens. Let's see.
Leave my sight.
Yep, not a challenge at all. Alright, so we'll just try the same approach as last time. Aisha will drop Fire Stance. He will improve the party's weak point damage, not that it has a weak point, Pain, Poison, and Overwhelm. Alright, 600,000 dropped the monster to about half health. I don't know if that's an HP stopper or not. But again, it doesn't seem like he has that much health. So let's basically just blast him and be done with this fight.
Take this. Leave my sight.
Alright, first 2 bosses had just over 1 million health each. Nothing super challenging at this point in the game if you've collected a small assortment of strong characters. Step 3 requires us to collect 10 fragments of dragon magic. According to the wiki, it just says by winning random battles on the ancient battlefield. Any party can be used for this step. Gariyu is not required. So if that's true, I'm going to just switch to my usual farm team. My AD farm team. Actually, the monsters here are pretty weak. I might just use my leveling team. And I'm going to edit this out, but I will collect the 10 items and then pick back up this video. So, alright, I collected 10 fragments. Each battle resulted in 1. There didn't seem to be any randomness. And I fought a horror, and the horror only gave me 1 as well. So I guess literally any 10 fights and you'll be done. So we're going to switch back to my fire magic team. Speak with the sorcerer, and I believe we're going to fight the Ember Dragon Egg next. Alright. Same strategy as before. Deploy fire, beef up magic damage, pain poison, defenses. Alright. 697,000 brought down to about half life. Guessing it's probably an HP stopper. At this point, I'm thinking it's just going to... it'll die no matter what, so we'll just attack it.
Leave my side.
Yep. So again, we're probably looking at another monster with just over 1 million health. Maybe 1.5 million at most. Alright, according to the wiki, the next fight is the Ember Magic Dragon. It's weak to fire, resists earth and wind, and it does have a 50% HP stopper, and it does damage to itself at the end of every turn. However, since it is weak to fire, and I'm going to deploy a fire zone, that means its fire attacks will be stronger than normal. So we're going to see if that is an issue or not. Alright, we'll take the same approach as before. Improve magic damage, drop fire zone, pain poison, overwhelm. Alright, 989,000. I did that much, so if we had to estimate about 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, I'm guessing maybe 6 to 8 million health area. Sound about right? Well, let's awaken the zone. Let's improve the team's damage. And let's prominence purge.
Be gone.
I think we hit the HP stopper. There should not be another HP stopper, so we're just going to hit him with attacks. And yeah, let's just do overwhelm again. He's probably going to die.
Leave my side.
And he does. So if I had to guess, he's probably 6 to 8 million health area. Alright, wants me to go to Nadara Volcano Peak. I've used up some magic, so on the way there, I'm going to swing by my favorite place to restore health. Good old space-time rift. Pop up next to a tree. Health and magic restored. And let's move on to Nadara Volcano Peak. Alright, I've reached the peak of the volcano, and I went ahead and removed my sidekicks. This should be the final fight of the series, so I wanted to at least do it in a way that doesn't depend on external factors, just these characters. So let's see if they can defeat the final boss, which should be True Ember Magic Dragon, weak to fire, resists wind and earth, has a 60% stopper, at which point he is no longer weak to fire either. Alright, so the fight is beginning. The strategy I'm going to try, I'm going to replace his fire zone with magic zone. According to the wiki, most of his attacks are slash type. He only seems to have one fire magic attack, which doesn't happen for a few turns. So I can probably reduce some of the incoming damage by replacing the zone. So we do pain poison, still going to improve the party's power and all that good stuff. So we're dropping magic stance, we're casting fire type magic, improving the power of the team, dropping pain and poison, and defense overwhelm. Alright, we're going to drop a prominence purge, give everyone some status immunity maybe, or more power. Let's do status immunity for now. We're going to Jewel Concerto to do another fire attack. He's going to Illusion Black Dragon. Alright, looks like he did, Shion did about 1.5 million damage. So looking at the bar, because he was damaged a little bit beforehand, if I had to guess, he's probably around 8 million, maybe, I don't want to say 10 million, but health-wise. It looks like he might have hit that 60% stopper too. So let's see, is he still weak to fire? Yes, he is. So probably not a stopper. We'll just keep attacking, improve the party's strength and overwhelm.
Leave my sight.
There's HP stopper. He tried deploying fire stance, but because it was an awakened zone, he wasn't able to. So we'll just hit him with a bunch of fire attacks. She will pain and poison again to keep his damage a little low. We'll overwhelm again. And the boss is down. The way that fight went, it wasn't too hard. The boss may have had another 8 million health at most, and even being resistant to wind and earth, I'm betting someone like Sesta could probably chew him up and spit him out, even with the resistance. So now, this series came out a while ago. The game was supposed to be version 2.1.300, and it's September 2023. We're in version 3.2, so a lot of power creep since then. Looks like there's his AS form. So if you are playing another Eden today and happen to have strong characters like maybe Minalca or Sesta, any of the Yakumo perhaps, ES Tuva, etc., any of the current characters should probably be able to blow through all of these challenges without any difficulty. They're laughing. It's camera's going up. There's the new style. According to the wiki, it says after a cutscene, Gariyu's another style will be unlocked, and I can acquire the sidekick Minimander. It says how to obtain. Clear Gariyu's AS character quest and then go to the summit. So looks like what I have to do is this quest here, starting location the volcano, which it's obviously not here at the summit, so maybe it's at the base of the volcano. Yep, there's a little icon. So to get the Minimander, after you get his AS form, warp right back to the beginning of the volcano. Yep, there's the quest. Do this quest and then go to the summit and we will get Minimander. Alright, so we've gone to Purgatory, We're in the fire dwellings area, and he is going to challenge Salamander to a fight. And the Salamander absorbs fire damage. So the previous team I was using is not going to work very well on Salamander. So I've switched over to my water-based team, and we're going to see how that one goes. Alright. It does say he's weak to water. So now let's see. So I have Neptune, and I have half an AF bar. Let's just try Neptuning him to death. So and it looks like he's already dead unless he has some type of HP stoppers that I'm unaware of. Since this is a character quest, I do kind of expect them to be kind of easy. Yep, and that was all there was to it. So do not approach Salamander with a fire-based team. You won't be able to do any damage on him. Alright, I finished his character quest. I arrived at the summit, and it looks like there's a little icon here. And there we go. New sidekick, Minimander. No fight or anything. Just complete the quest, come up here, cutscene, sidekick. And there you go. That is the Gariyu quest chain. We defeated all 5 of his bosses, completed For Whom the Almighty Exists, and got the Minimander. For those of you playing another Eden in 2023 or possibly beyond, this quest chain was not difficult in the least. The most any monster had along the way was probably 10 million or slightly less health, which for new characters is pretty much nothing. So, the fire magic team. I had Jet Shion with the Mujima Rod, Time Restored Ring, and a Life Spring badge, just for some extra health. Grasta-wise, he was focused on the pain grastas, and he did have Bullseye, but the others were not upgraded yet. Aisha did not really have any grasta. She had one that improves her health by 300, and that's it. Her gear was geared towards boosting up her health as well. So badge-wise, she had a 2000 health badge, 50% reduction of magic points, and Dreamy Staff and Plasma Ring. Iphi had the Purity Staff, Mujima Ring, and Speed Badge, and it was a 35 Speed Badge. Grasta-wise, she had support for staff users. All staff users have an extra 300 health. Staff users, when they're below 80% health, do extra damage. And she does have the Almighty Power Gun, which is designed to help Alma, who is not part of this particular team. And then Radias had her 10,000 health, which was primarily the 1,000 from the Illusion Speed, health from the Elpis Bangle. She had 2,000 health from a badge, and Grasta-wise, she had 3 Grasta that gave 300 health each, and each one had the 300 health ore. One of them was Victory Cry, so she also had Continual Regen and Magic Regen. So that was the primary team. The backups were Gariyu, of course, who I don't think if he had any Grasta. He did not. During most of it, he had his Manifest weapon, but it's not maxed out. I'm in the process of leveling it. So he didn't have anything in particular that was helpful for the team. So just a little bit of boost of fire attacks, and that was just for himself. And I did have Bivette as my other character. She's unequipped, but Grasta-wise, she had Grasta that boosted the fire damage of staff users. and if staff users ever had max health, they had improved damage. And she has the almighty power cat lover grasta, which in this team helped Shion, who is a cat lover. I don't think any of the others are. So that was basically the team build for this series of fights. I know not everyone has Shion, Iphi, and Radias, but looking at the fights, it looks like any decent water team could have done this. If you have Flammopolis, chances are she could have Neptuned her way through every single boss. At most, it would have taken her 2 turns, because a few of the bosses did have HP stoppers. And Radius didn't really have to tank much. I think the largest amount of damage I saw through the whole thing was around 2,000 damage. So as long as your tank can handle that, and you can pump out about 10 million or less damage in 2 turns, you should be fine completing the Gariyu quests. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this. Casual Chrono, signing out.